G'day, Nick Goldschmidt here. This is another story time about one of the wines that we make, and this is a fun wine because this is the first wine we ever made by ourselves, and it's called Forefathers. And where the name Forefathers came from, one day I was on a plane down to Cloudy Bay when I was working for Louis Vuitton Semi Winery, which I happen to be wearing a shirt from today. They put me in charge of looking at the blends from all around the world for the Louis Vuitton still wines, which included Cloudy Bay, Greenpoint in Australia, Terrasses in Argentina, and Ruffino in Italy. Anyway, so I was on my way down to Cloudy Bay and I'm like, why am I going to Cloudy Bay to make Cab, Chard, Merlot, Savvy, Riesling and everything else? And I was thinking, why don't we have a brand that's, you know, when you think Sauvignon Blanc, you think Marlborough. When you think Shiraz, for me, McLaren Vale in Australia, Wairau Valley for Malbec, and Cabernet obviously in California. So that's where the name Forefathers came about. Forefathers meaning the premium appellation for that variety in the New World. And this is before layer cake, cupcake and all the other bloody cakes that are out there. And the first finish that we did on this was 1998, so it was a great year to start. And today the label is comprised of a pair of boots that I used to wear when I walked around Semi Winery. This is my constitution for wine that I wrote when we became American citizens. And this is John Hancock's signature, which I changed to my own and put that on the label. And then Wax Eye is the name of the bird that eats all the grapes. And normally when I'm talking, I say, you know, wax eyes, you know, when the wax eyes start eating the grapes, that's when the grapes are ready to pick. But in reality, they're a pain in the neck, and they fly in a flock of 2,000 or 3,000, and they're birds about this big, and they cause havoc down in Marlborough. And so many people go out and shoot them, and if you take a shot and you don't kill at least 7, then it was a bad shot. But they are just a real problem, a real scourge of the industry, and they feed for 30 miles and they wreak havoc. Anyway, so this is a memorial to perhaps all the birds that have been killed down in Marlborough. But that's what the story is about Forefathers Sauvignon Blanc. The cool thing about this wine for the US, though, is we only sell this wine in the US. We don't sell this wine in the UK, because you know the UK, they don't have any palate. All they do is they drink Sauvignon Blanc that goes with fish and chips. Well, they have to have high acidity and the wines come in the mouth, they're really bright and really hard. What we look for wines to be sold in the US is obviously we eat Mediterranean food, so we want the wines to come in pretty silky and then a nice round textural feel on the back. And so we only make about 1,500 cases of this. It's a very small vineyard, and that's the story of Forefathers, Wax Eye, Marlborough, Sauvignon Blanc.